He's a new CEO of Agnico Eagle. It's Ammar Al-Joundi. Ammar, welcome to Kitco.
Hi, Michael. Thank you.
Agnico Eagle completed its merger with Kirkland Lake Gold in February. Ammar Al-Joundi was tapped to lead the company earlier this year. Ammar, Agnico called Q1 production solid. What do you want to highlight?
Well, I think it was excellent production. We beat our budget both on production and we beat our budget by coming in lower than budgeted costs. And it was a strong quarter, but particularly, Michael, strong given on the production side the COVID issues at the start of the quarter, which were past now, but also given the inflationary pressures that everyone's seeing. We're really proud of the team that they came in a little under budget on the cost side as well.
Let's talk about those COVID challenges. You said that is moderating at Agnico.
Well, it's been a challenge for everybody worldwide across all industries. And as you can imagine, in a mining camp, you have to be very sensitive to that. So we really always put the safety of our people and our communities first. And in Nunavut, where a lot of our operations are, that meant for a couple of years, our Nunavummiut workforce, who are an important and integral part of the workforce, we sent them home so that we could be completely isolated from the communities, because of course we have an obligation, not to have any negative impact on any of the communities, environmentally as well as health-wise. But in December, as you know, Omicron came and we had to send them back home, which was disappointing. And at the start of the year, a couple of our Nunavut mines really weren't in operation, but they ramped up and delivered some excellent results throughout the quarter.
Talk about those excellent results. What do you want to highlight on the production side?
Well, our overall production, and I'm going to give you the total numbers for the combined company from the start of the year, because that's how we guided. A production of 806,000 ounces, very strong, a very good start to the year, and we're very confident on our guidance of 3.2 to 3.4 million ounces. As we identified, the first quarter was our weakest quarter, was planned to be our weakest quarter, and we're looking good for the next three quarters. The total cash cost on all of that was about $755, which is a little below budget and right in the middle of our guidance of 725, 775. So a strong quarter by any measure, but again, particularly given the challenges in the first quarter.
You're putting some of that cash to work that's coming from these high gold prices as well as your production. What are some of the top capital projects that you would like to highlight, Ammar?
Well, I mean, that's an excellent question. We are, throughout the history of Agnico, we continue to reinvest in the business, and everything we do is on a per share basis where we need to meet our hurdle rates. But we've got a fantastic pipeline. The two biggest gold mines in Canada are Malartic and Detour, and both of our mines, and they're two of the 10 biggest in the world. And what's interesting, Michael, is a lot of the money that we are reinvesting is going back into these exceptional mines to grow production, but also to grow the life of those mines. And I'll repeat this, and I keep saying it because I think it's important. We're in business to make money responsibly for our shareholders, and in our business, there's never a better return on capital and never a better risk-adjusted return on capital than reinvesting in your existing assets.
I mentioned at the top that the Kirkland Lake merger was completed, or officially completed in February. How is the synergies going, Ammar?
Well, the synergies are ahead of schedule. And in fact, as you can see from our press release, we've actually increased our guidance on parts of the synergies. But before I talk about synergies, really it's the whole integration. And Michael, I would say that while operations was good and very good under the circumstances, I would say that the integration has been exceptional. It's really gone more smoothly than we anticipated. The top management teams have been established. Everybody knows what they're doing. There's a real sense of working together and teamwork. And it's really nice to see the culture and the people of the two companies working together as one. And what we're doing now is we're focusing on really delivering on the value drivers that we've outlined in our press release. But with regards to the synergies, ahead of schedule, and as noted in our press release, we've actually upped the expectation of synergies on the corporate and G&A side, and well on target on the operational and strategic side.
How's inflation? You do have a partial fuel hedge for oil and gas.
Yeah, we hedge currency. That's worked well for us. We've got about 40% of the Canadian dollar hedged at 125 or more advantageous. And we've got about 40% of our fuel hedged for the rest of this year. Now, to be sure, some of that is done through the financial markets, but a large part of that hedge, Michael, is the nature of the business. We have a lot of operations in Nunavut, and we have to buy that fuel a year in advance. So that's frankly worked to our favor this year.
Are you labor constrained? That's something else that I hear in the industry. And also, how are you mitigating?
Well, that's an excellent question. And, inflation is one thing, but if you can't get the right people, that really affects your operations. So in the industry, labor is very tight. But what I would say is that in the areas we've been operating, so for example, in the Abitibi, where we've been operating for 6 decades, we are the employee of choice. I mean, we produce more gold in Canada than I think the next 8 companies combined. So we have our challenges getting labor, but honestly, if you're going to work for a gold company in Canada, I'd have to say Agnico's the best one, and that works to our advantage there.
Ammar, thanks for speaking with Kitco.
My pleasure, Michael. Nice to talk to you.
He's Ammar Al-Joundi. He is the CEO of Agnico Eagle. My name is Michael McRae, and you're watching Kitco Mining.